Yeah, so the title pretty much says it. I had a panic attack in class and no one really noticed. So yeah, I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. No. This is some like 2010 ass humor, but I don't care. I think I'm going to describe it more because this is a pretty unusual video for me to make because I don't really have panic attacks very regularly. So because it was so rare and came on so unexpectedly, I just kind of want to talk about it because it's like sticking out in my brain now. It probably will stay with me for the rest of my life. So this was my second ever panic attack, and of course, it happened in front of the entire class, and no one noticed. And it actually happened during a group presentation, and in my group, no one really wanted to do it. So I kind of volunteered to do it. Okay, and the reason I only volunteered is because you didn't need to have all your members in the group to do it. And this one guy in the group volunteered and he was like, I'll do it. But I'm that one control freak in a group where like certain groups. Sometimes I get carried by other people, but this time I was a control freak who was like, like I was like, everything needs to be fine because I feel like we're not, yeah, well, yeah. So I was like, yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna let you go up alone because just in case you do anything, I'm gonna be there to pick up the pieces. I'm so fucking cocky. I know, and I got a panic attack in front of the class for it, as I deserve. Maybe not. Why would I deserve a panic attack? But yeah. Moving on. But yeah, in terms of public speaking, I've never been afraid of public speaking. Of course, I get the butterflies and the nerves leading up to the actual going up on stage and stuff. But once I'm on stage, I tend to just have tunnel vision. Like I don't know, I just get blank up here. I just go through my part and then I get off stage and on stage. I usually don't mess up. At least like 95% of the time, I've never messed up when I've had to go on stage and do something. But yeah, and this presentation wasn't even graded. The actual group assignment was us like writing a paper, and like we only had to present what we had written in the paper so far, so that the lecturer and the class could give us feedback, and then we'd take that feedback and then go fix our paper and then turn it in, and that's what actually got graded. So I guess you could say it was supposed to be chill, right? Wrong. The day came, I'm sitting in class and I feel the usual butterflies and the nerves working itself up like they usually do in me, leading up to my presentation. And then it's our turn to go up. And I go up with the guy who's also joining me on the presentation in my group. And he goes first because he kind of worked on the first part of the assignment. So he kind of got it better. And I did the second half. So I was like, I'll do that presentation and you do that and we'll just split it. And so yeah, we're up there. And we had like a time limit of like 10 minutes for this presentation, which is actually really long in my opinion, because like it really wasn't a long presentation and like a lot of like the case study really wasn't that long. So we should have been done in under 5 minutes like every other group before us. And the guy that I was doing the presentation with was like an extrovert and he loves talking, but I didn't expect him to be talking for 6 minutes straight. I was like, bro, you did not write this much. There's not this much stuff on our slides. What are you talking about? But yeah, he just kept talking and talking and talking. I actually think he took a total of 5 to 6 minutes just for himself. And all other groups were finishing in 5 minutes, like I said. But yeah, so he just kept going. And I felt like the longer that I was standing up there, the longer the butterflies and nerves started to build up in me. And so the anticipation is just going up, right? And I can feel my heart starting to beat fast. My face is starting to warm up. My whole body's like rising in temperature so quick. And then like I'm like starting to like, my breath is starting to get like all shaky and shit. And then my hands start shaking. They're just like, and I'm like, oh, the class can't see this. So I start pacing around like just in front of the class while that guy's presenting, since I don't have to really do anything. And I'm like kind of turning around, just pacing, trying to look subtle as I'm trying to calm myself the fuck down. And so in my head, I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm about to have like a meltdown. So I'm like facing the whiteboard away from the class, just whispering to myself like, oh my God, chill, 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 chill. You got this. And me up until now was like hoping for this guy to fucking finish so I could do my part. But now I'm in the middle of like a panic attack that's about to like onset. And I'm like, please keep presenting for like 10 more minutes because I need some time to calm myself the fuck down. Because if I had to present right now, if he finished right now, I would be dead. I would have to actually be like, oh my God, I'm sorry, I can't do this. And actually do those dramatic movie scenes where I actually walk out of the room because I literally couldn't talk. Like I was like my mouth was shaking. My entire body was shaking. Basically the class would have noticed. And thankfully this guy actually came through in clutch because he literally just kept going for 2 or 3 minutes as my panic attack was starting to set in. And I'm just like actually dying. And I'm like looking out at the class. I'm like, no one is like even looking at me. They're looking at him. So it's like they haven't even noticed that I'm like up there having a complete fucking breakdown. And so I'm just like, okay, the attention's not on me. So calm yourself down because he's going to be done eventually, right? Like he's going on and on now, but like he's going to be done eventually. And so I'm like, just being like, you got this, you've done this before, you've literally done so much harder than this isn't even graded. So like, just calm down, take a chill, like pill. And yeah. And so slowly but surely my breath starts to steady, my body starts to cool down. I have this like cool sensation, which actually feels really good, but not after what had just happened, but like, it felt good still. And then, slowly my body stops shaking. And then finally I'm like done with this panic attack and I'm standing in front of the class. And then the guys it's almost like he finished on cue, and he hands over the presentation to me, and then I do my part, literally completely blank, just do it, answer questions, then I sit down, and then this girl is like, you're carrying the group. Like, she whispers into my ear, right? I'm like, yeah, right. Well, thanks for saying that. It actually did make me feel so much better. And then, like, the lecturer gave us his break, and I'm like, bro, I just had a mental breakdown. Can I, like, take a longer break? And he's like, sure. And then I went downstairs, and I called my sister. Like, I needed attention immediately, right? So I put it in my family group chat. I'm like, I just had a panic attack, but I just slayed my presentation. And then my sister calls me immediately. And then, so I'm just talking to her, getting some fresh air. And then I realized, oh my God, I'm literally the coolest person ever. Like, I literally self-medicated myself. Like I am the coolest person ever, like ever. Because before I'd left the class, I talked to someone and I was like, I just had a panic attack up there. Did you notice anything? Did anyone say anything? And she was like, what? And I was like, yeah, I had a panic attack. And she was like, wow, I didn't even notice. And I was like, yeah, bitch. I didn't need to call her bitch. That was rude. But you know what I mean. Bitch, you know I'm sexy. But yeah, I'm getting off this phone call with my sister and I realized how utterly alone we live our lives. I was having a panic attack in like one of the most public places possible in front of my entire class. No one even noticed. Like, I went through this entirely alone. Obviously, I could have told someone, but like I didn't. Obviously, that's how humans work. Like, they don't want to show themselves as weak, I guess. But I mean, showing yourself as weak is what is the right thing to do. Like, I could have excused myself, but like I didn't want to. Like, I was in the middle of a presentation, bro. I had to do it. But yeah, so like I just thought we live our lives so utterly alone, and like people that deal with this like depression and like anxiety every single day, honestly, you have earned so much of my respect, like so much more. Because like if you have to deal with this every single day, I don't think I could do that. Like, so you guys deserve a pat on the fucking back. Like, give me your back. I'm fucking pat you. But yeah, like actually though, like so much respect from me. And as much as I feel like we do live our lives pretty alone, pretty independently especially after I had this experience, I still feel like there's something so beautiful in living alone, because you realize how strong you are when you actually calm yourself down and you never needed anyone else. Not that there's anything wrong with needing someone else, but like when you actually do it to yourself, you're like, whoa, I'm like a fucking sage, because like I brought myself up from here to here. I don't know if the sage was the right word, but I'm like a mentor. I don't know. I'm my own mentor. But anyways, the confidence boost I got from the situation was crazy. And I think it's only right for me to play this clip now.
The scary news is you're on your own now. But the cool news is you're on your own now.
I guess there was no point in this video. I don't know. It was just, I'm pretty sure, really annoying ramblings. But I guess if there's one thing you take away from this, I think I just want you to know that you're stronger than you think. Like, actually stronger than you think. There was no way I fucking did that, all right? There's no way I fucking calmed myself down in front of a panic attack and like that you can't do it. Like, if I can do it, anyone can do it. Trust me. My bar is on the floor. So, yeah. Yeah. How do I look, though? Just wash my hair and shit. The light's flashing. No one's gonna fucking watch this video. Don't give a fuck.